At 4
Oh
p.m.
boy,
on a
what we got
Saturday,
going on in this
an
one?
officer stopped a vehicle for failing to fully stop at a stop sign.
Y'all already know one thing. If y'all watching my video, it's gonna be a crazy reaction video.
These
Oh
are the
boy.
events that followed.
Hi, I'm Deputy Foreman with the Sheriff's Office. How are you today?
I'm wonderful. How about yourself?
You got all your dogs with you, huh?
Yeah.
The reason why I stopped you at that four-way intersection,
Oh.
you have to stop behind that white bar before you proceed through the intersection.
Oh, he must have just forgot somehow to stop at, stop where he's supposed to stop while he's driving the car. Yep.
Do you have your driver's license on you?
No,
Oh.
I don't.
Do you have a
I'm
driver's license?
traveling.
Oh my goodness gracious. You gotta be kidding me. Did another person just say that they were traveling so they don't need their driver license? It's kind of sad to see this situation though, because he got dogs in the car. I'd much rather him, have the dogs picked up and everything before this kind of situation right here. But it's kind of funny, but it's at the same time, it's not funny because he got the dogs in the car.
Okay. Where's your ID then?
I don't have an ID.
Oh,
What about some form of identification so I can figure out who you are?
I'm Jason.
Okay.
oh, he must not have no last name. He must not have no last name. He ain't say no last name. Bruh.
I don't. Sovereign citizen.
Oh.
I don't need a driver's license to travel.
He said he a sovereign citizen. Well, I don't know him. We don't know him. Nobody know him. How the cop know that he a sovereign citizen? You get what I'm saying?
Okay, what about the registration?
This is in my friend's name.
Okay, will you grab that for me?
Oh. That's kind of suspicious. What kind of friend just let you ride in their vehicle all the time? Drives without them even being in there. And he don't even have a shirt on. I mean,
Is this it?
No, that looks like a car repair form.
oh,
Are these
he don't have the right paperwork probably. Oh boy, you don't want to be stuck in that kind of situation.
your dogs?
Yes, ma'am.
What are their names?
This is Benjamin and that's Zoe.
Benjamin and Zoe.
It's sad because they look like such friendly dogs, man. It's sad that anybody would put themselves in a situation with it and then they, they're the care provider for the dog, like he takes care of those dogs probably. And so those dogs look at him to, keep on doing that because they can't do that for themselves, And it's sad that anybody would risk losing their dogs and going to jail and everything like that.
Alright, this is it.
Oh, that's crazy. What is he even
Lots
doing
of
at this point?
paperwork, huh?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. He might as well take the whole glove box out. I mean, come on, he might as well unscrew the glove box. Bro. Oh. You see, whenever they take long with paperwork like that, the cops probably looking at it like, man, he might be lying. This might be a stolen vehicle. You never know. You never know in them situations, But I ain't no cop and nothing. I was never no cop. I was never no lawyer. I'm just a regular civilian like everybody else, basically.
Do you use her vehicle often?
No.
No? Okay. So you probably wouldn't even know where the
No.
insurance or anything is, huh?
I was just going up there to get gas for my
Oh.
lawn. Oh, here, I seen insurance, so that's insurance.
You see, that's why you're supposed to have all that stuff in a separate folder away from everything else. That you have your registration, insurance, and everything. You're supposed to put that in one folder together, so if you ever get pulled over by the cops or anything, you'll have all that ready along with your driver license and stuff.
How long you been in Florida?
5 years?
5 years? What do you do for it? Construction?
Yes,
I
ma'am.
assume? Things like that?
Paint, and I have a landscape business I do on those sides on weekends.
Have you been stopped by law enforcement before?
Not since I'm a sovereign citizen, no. But yes,
How
I
long?
have.
Well, what does he, bro? Just because someone might say that they're a sovereign citizen does not mean that they can't be pulled over by the cops. That don't make no kind of sense. You know what I mean? If that was the case, everybody would be saying that they're a sovereign citizen if they couldn't be pulled over by the cops just because they're a sovereign citizen. You get what I mean? I don't even know what that means. I just think that it means that it's somebody that don't do nothing bad. That's what it sounds like to me, a sovereign citizen, like you don't do nothing wrong. Like you just perfect human. But I might be wrong about that yet because I'm not too sure about what it means.
Yeah. Since I've been a sovereign, a year. I would
Oh.
say 5 years ago, I got stopped when I first moved down here for driving, obviously without a license.
Yeah.
And so now I know that I can't get a license, so I'm a sovereign citizen now.
Well, man, if you can't get a license and you can't have a license on you while you're driving a vehicle, in what state do they allow that? You know what I mean? In what state do they allow people to drive without their driver's licenses? I mean, not licenses, but without their driver's license. Bro, come on now.
Okay.
I'm traveling, I'm not
Oh,
conducting commerce.
Okay. So
oh.
you had been issued a license in Florida before.
Boy, that is crazy how he keep on saying that he is traveling. Because the one thing that's crazy to me about it is that whenever a person says that they like to travel, or I'm just a person that likes to travel. Now, I mean, that's one thing. If you like to travel and go places, walk, or run, or walk backwards, or hop, however you want to get there. But if you're going to drive and travel, I would imagine that you would need your driver license in pretty much every state in the country. I would imagine that. Now, I might be wrong about that because I'm not too sure about those type of things. But, bro, come on now.
Never. You don't have a number with the Florida
Well,
Department.
I had an ID.
Right. Okay. So you have a Florida ID number.
what that is, a cigarette? Is he holding up a cigarette right now?
With the state of Florida.
Yes, I did.
Gotcha. Where did you move from?
Ohio.
Ohio.
Yes, ma'am.
Ohio. Where is that at on the map? I'm pretty sure that is right next to Wisconsin, but I might be wrong about that one too.
What was that?
I said I should probably wait. You don't smoke.
What? What? Ain't no way he just asked the cop if she wanted to smoke. Well, I might have heard that wrong. Let me take that back. Did he just ask the cop if she wanted to smoke? Bro, that is crazy.
Okay. Give me
I might be wrong now. You gotta be wrong,
a second,
man.
right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Will you step on this real quick?
Oh,
Yes.
No, I don't feel comfortable or safe.
Okay, listen. Let me explain something.
he don't feel comfortable and safe. Whenever they got two law enforcement, I mean, not even two. One law enforcement officer is probably enough, But but whenever you refuse to step out, whenever they tell you to step out of your car for a lawful reason and stuff, that is just gonna escalate the situation and make things way worse than any situation that you had before they asked you to step out. Get what I'm saying? Man.
Alright, sir. I'll be as cordial, as respectful, as humanly possible. Alright? When we give you a lawful order, I don't care what your beliefs are. It has nothing to do with what's going on right now. When we give you a lawful order, you must comply with the lawful order, or you will be arrested. That is that. That's as far as I'm gonna come out with it.
So he's basically telling him straight up of what's gonna happen if he refuses to abide by their lawful order, basically. You get what I'm saying? Like, he has to know that in order not to get, arrested by doing that, he could,
I understand what your beliefs are. I understand it. Whatever you want to believe in, I get it. But I'm telling you, it is not going to work in your advantage. And I'm going to politely, again, request that you get out of the
Just like them people that think the earth is flat. Just like them people that think the earth is flat. It don't matter. It don't matter what they believe. It don't matter. Everybody know the world is a circle.
vehicle.
I feel safe.
Okay.
Oh. Yeah. Oh my goodness gracious. You gotta be kidding me. He needed the cop to unbuckle his seatbelt to get him out of the car. Bro, there's no way. there's no way that he did all that and said that he feels unsafe with the cops. I mean, what does he think they racially profiling him or something? Like, come on, bro. What you? Come on now.
I don't know, sir.
I mean, he got a little bit of a tan to him, but not, you know. Oh boy.
Do you have anybody live with you at your house?
Yes. Can you grab my phone, please?
And that's sad. That's sad that he would put his animals that he takes care of in that situation with him. You know what I mean? He should have been straight up with the cops from the beginning, you know, and not tried to argue his way out of it by saying that he was a sovereign citizen and those type of things. And you never know, he might have not even gotten in any trouble, right? But bro, you gotta be kidding me.
It's in the center. You want me to go? You're back, thank you, man.
That is super crazy. And hopefully he has somebody that could go pick up them dogs from over there, you know. That way they don't get taken away to the pound or anything, you know, due to his decisions, you know. But yeah, hopefully that happens. Hopefully one of his family members or something could take care of those dogs, you know, and they could have a good home.
See, and it could have just been probably a criminal citation where you get a court date and you don't go to jail, but I gave you the opportunity, right? Gave you the opportunity. But now we have to add more.
See, if he would have just stepped out the car, he might have not been arrested. Who knows? Like, you know, they might have just gave him a ticket like the cop said and had him go to court or something. But I mean, man, whenever you make split-second decisions where you decide to refuse lawful orders and stuff from a law enforcement officer and stuff like that, bro, that's probably never a good situation to put yourself in, for sure. You know, it's a way difference whenever you obey what they're telling you to do and everything, and they might just work with you a little bit. You get what I'm saying? That they might be lenient, or like, you don't ever know. They might be a little lenient. You might have a real nice cop. You might have a real good cop that day. It might be a happy day for him. You know, he ready to get off and everything. And man, but you ruin it by doing just a couple moves and just a couple different things throughout the traffic stop could ruin something like that for a person. That's part of the reason why you never want to put yourself in those type of situations.
More to it. All because of some probably silliness that you're believing in. Because you watch YouTube. And I'm telling you, YouTube is not correct. So now you gotta deal with more consequences.
Yeah, half of the people that talk about the stuff on here, on YouTube, don't even know what they're really talking about half the time. If you ask me about it, especially whenever it comes to lawful situations and everything like that, bro, they don't know what they're talking about. You know, they basically like me, giving their basic opinion about everything. But man, come on now.
Who lives at your residence? Is that their name in your phone?
But y'all already know it's a difference whenever you watching my videos, because you know that you getting my full and honest opinion about everything that I'm watching and everything that's going on. You know, I'm basically reacting while I'm watching it with y'all.
Will you tell her to come get your dogs, please?
Bob.
He's at the office.
Come on, please. Hey, can you come and get the car and the dogs? They're gonna arrest me. I'm on the corner of Normandy Street.
Oh boy.
Normandy.
I'm on speaker.
Yeah, I don't know where Normandy is. Can you send me an address?
If you walk up, you know how when we take the dogs for a walk, if you go to the top of the stop sign, take a left?
Okay, at the four-way, take a left from our house?
Yep.
I mean, after I get to the...
Oh boy, that means that he wasn't even far away from his house, that mean. Because he's talking about a 4-way away from his house and everything like that, take a left. Bro, that, like, he must have been down the street. You know, that's part of the reason why you don't do those type of things. If you don't have no driver license and stuff, you don't be taking no car and trying to drive and doing all those type of things, you know.
Four-way, take a
No,
left.
no, no,
Okay,
no.
by the hospitals?
No, don't go. No, you go up to the top of our street and you take a left at the stop sign. You know, when we walk the dogs.
I'm going, yeah. I'm going around the curve or no?
No, it should be before the curve.
Okay, are you serious?
Yeah, he's gonna arrest me for a.
Man, that is crazy. What did she think that he was just gonna be joking around telling her that on the phone? I mean, I don't know too many people that's gonna joke around that bad, like just keep on and playing like that. Boy, that would be a long, drawn out joke. But that ain't no joke, you know. That's a real serious matter whenever it comes to dealing with law enforcement situations like that.
Obstruction.
What do you do?
I told him I didn't feel comfortable.
No, there's two. All right, come on.
Can we have your supervisor come out here, please?
He's not gonna come over here right now.
Well, at least his wife or whoever that was on the phone, sister or something, is going to pick up his dogs. That's real nice of her, you know. I was just thinking, boy, hopefully he had his family or something be able to go pick up the dogs and take care of the dogs while he has to go deal with the situation that he got himself in, right? And that's something for everybody to think about before they make decisions, you know. You got to think about what kind of consequences could you possibly have from making this decision that you could make, you know, or is this a right decision or is this a wrong decision? Is this a good choice or the wrong choice? And you probably should always stick with the right choice, you know, because the right choice will never lead you in the wrong direction. The right choice will never have you put in handcuffs and everything like that. You know what I mean? The right choice will have you steer clear of law enforcement encounters if you're making the right choices in life, right? But that's the thing, you know, a lot of people, whenever it comes to learning from their mistakes and stuff, sometimes they have to learn the hard way. You know, people have to learn the hard way sometimes. You know, and that's sad to see. You know, it's sad to see anybody go through that type of situation. But it's like, why even in the moment, in the heat of the moment, would you think that's a okay situation for you to put yourself in? You know what I mean? Like, the way that you talk to cops during a traffic stop really matters. You know, everybody should know that by now, but it's like a lot of people choose not to believe that, you know, sometimes. And then you see situations like this unfold where a person acts like he knows more than the cop about law and everything and acts like he's in the right and everything. And then you find out he's really not in the right. And then he still refuses to do what the cops say and he ends up getting arrested, right? That's something that you never want to see anybody go through. It's a sad situation. You don't never know what they got going on in their life at the moment or anything. That's why it's always best to remain cool, calm, and collective during any traffic stop. That way you could avoid situations that escalate the situation and could possibly lead to more charges.